Hello, everybody. My name is Shannon. This is Cosmic Goddess Healing. Welcome into my beautiful divine feminines, my divine masculines, my star seeds, my soul tribe. Welcome in to anybody who feels aligned and guided to come in and watch my videos. I don't know what is happening this morning, but I did a video already. I posted it. It was a really good one. And then I was like, oh, I kept feeling I got to do a love reading. You know me, if you know my channel, you know I try to stay away from these things, but something is calling me to do a love reading this morning. So I'm going to listen to it. And um, I'm going to start with the Psychic Tarot for the Heart deck today. And is this what I want to use? Is this the deck? You know what? Excuse me one moment. I think I want to use the True Love Reading card deck actually, and then we'll go from there. There's another deck, which I don't know, I've been using it a little bit, the Soul Symphony card deck. I might include that one in here as well, but let's get into it. Let's see. Why have you guided me this morning? Of course, they've fallen on the floor. Why have you guided me this morning to do a love reading for the collective spirit? Can you show me through the cards, why have you guided me to do a love reading this morning? Okay. Oh, whoa. Holy. Kind of crazy because in the last reading I just posted this morning, I talked about calling in a soulmate, like doing the inner work and seeing your value and learning to choose yourself. And I think the two cards that have come out, I'm just going to cover slightly. Sexuality is the first card that has come out, and soulmates is the next card that has come out. I feel the sexuality card has come out because maybe in the past you used to confuse love with sex. I hope I can say that word. I think you have confused in the past love for this. And you used to think that equaled love. And I was somebody that used to think that as well, that sexuality equaled love, and that intense chemistry and passion equaled love, and it didn't. That's wrong. What I'm learning now is sometimes that intense sexual desire is not healthy. That's actually a big red flag that that's probably not a good relationship. But I feel like you're learning that. I feel like you've done a lot of healing around your sexuality. And maybe you've had trauma from the past too, and that's why you confused that with love. But I think you've been doing a lot of work on healing yourself as a woman or a man, healing your sexuality, healing that part of you that was broken as a child. And because you're doing that healing, you are actually calling in a soulmate. And maybe you've been alone for a while, like me, doing this work, healing the inner child, looking at the past, figuring out, what am I doing that keeps attracting the wrong person in? And the people I was attracting in were the intense chemistry, intense physical chemistry. And I confused that for, oh my God, this must mean we're like super connected spiritually. And this means something. And that's a soul. That means he's the soulmate. And that's, no, I don't believe that anymore. I believe that soulmate is somebody that offers you safety. How you know you're calling in the right person is that person doesn't make you question yourself. That person doesn't make you feel insecure about yourself or your body. You feel a sense of total safety with that person. That's what I'm looking for now. I want to feel safety with somebody. I don't care about the crazy intense spark in the beginning, because the spark maybe isn't the thing I should be looking for. And maybe you're learning the same thing, that intense sexual energy or chemistry always ends up bad, because that person typically can't talk about their feelings or emotions, everything about that relationship is physical. But I think you're healing that. And because of that, you are calling in a soulmate, a soul partner. And this is something you've been waiting for a really long time. I know that. I feel it. You've been in the energy of waiting for a long time for this, but you just keep persevering. You keep doing the work anyways, and you don't give up. But I think, like me, you've stopped looking for it. You're no longer trying to go on online dating or all these unhealthy channels to look for it. You're recognizing and trusting to allow the universe to bring it into your life for you. All right, I'm going to get into the psychic tarot for the heart. Spirit, what else can you share with this collective about their journey to calling in their soulmate? What else can you share with this collective on their journey to calling in their soulmate? Okay, card on the floor, card down. Ooh, and it's the Empress card that has fallen on the ground. Yes, whether you're a man or a woman, you are coming into that Empress-like energy. So listen was the first card out, and new vitality. Yeah, I think the listen card to me is representing you're listening finally to your inner guidance system. You're listening to the voice that's telling you that's not a good person. That's you're listening to the red flags. You're seeing the red flags. You're listening to the inner guidance system, and you're trusting it. And because of that, it's like you're breathing this new vitality through your energies, your chakra system. They're lighting up. Your chakra systems are lighting up, and they're really burning bright and healthy right now because you're doing the work. Clarity of belief. Yeah, you're getting clarity. I think you're releasing old beliefs too, of that intense chemistry is what you should be looking for, and sex equals love. You're releasing these things. You're seeing the truth of things. You're getting more in touch with yourself, with your soul, with what you actually desire. You're moving away from that shallow energy that so many people are caught up in online dating. But you're trusting now. You're trusting, like I said in my last video, I watched another reader say, there's no way God made you as amazing as you are to make you be alone. So there is somebody out there that was made just for you, that is calling you in just the same as you are calling them in. And you're believing that. That's what this card is making me feel like. You're believing in that now. You're no longer saying, I'm never going to find anyone. Love is not for me. No, you know that love is for you, but you've just had to do a little bit of work to call in the right person. This is the path that you chose. And then the Empress card, nurture. This is the energy that you're stepping into, this beautiful Empress, fertile, like abundant type energy. This is how you're seeing yourself now. And because you're looking after yourself, because you're embodying the Empress energy, the divine feminine energy, whether you're a man or a woman, because you've stepped into this divine feminine energy and choosing to see things for what they are, you are calling in a soulmate. You're healing the heart chakra. The heart chakra is healing and opening, and love abounds is the next card out. More green energy. You are healing the heart space from past hurts and old wounds. And because of that, you're strengthening your bond with yourself. Strengthening bond, but it's with you. You're strengthening the way you see yourself. You're strengthening choosing yourself. And every time you've showed up for yourself, it's like another chain goes in the link, and you're strengthening that inner bond you have with yourself, that inner relationship that you have with you. And that's where it begins, is with you first. but you're doing it from what I'm seeing. Yeah, darkest fears is the next card, helpless and hopeless. This is the energy that I think the world has been trying to keep you in. Is fear, fear, fear. You're never going to be chosen. You're never going to find someone. No one's going to pick you. That's BS. But because you've been in that fearful place, letting your mind kind of take you down this path, you felt helpless and hopeless about love. But I'm here to tell you, my friend, that that's changing. And it's this year. Like, I feel this year is when it's happening. I can't tell you when, because you're all going to be different and it's all going to be different. But I do believe it's this year. For people like us, if you're aligning with me, you're clearly on the same vibration as me. If you're here watching this, because we've been doing the work and we have been persistent with the work, this is the year it's happening. I feel it. Even for me, I feel it. This is the year that I'm calling in a soulmate. I know before the year is over, I will be with somebody. I feel that. And I feel it for you too. But we really have to work on cutting out those old mindsets that are telling us, no, no, you're never going to find anyone. No one's going to align with you. It's just garbage out there. No one's going to pick you. All the good ones are taken. We need to stop with this language. We need to stop saying these things to us ourselves, because these are powerful words we're saying and they're not true. They're just the darkest fears that distorted masculine energies are trying to keep us in, because they know, these lower vibrational beings know, that when we do come into union with that person, holy shit, the love between you and that person is going to change the freaking world. It's going to change the collective energy. The more soulmates start coming into union this year, the overall vibration and frequency of the collective consciousness is just going to explode in a beautiful way. And these lower vibrational beings don't want that. They don't want that. They want to keep us in fear. They want to keep us in a place where they can control us. And if we're isolated and alone and afraid and helpless and hopeless, they can control us. But if we're in our power and we see ourselves and value ourselves and we align with another person and we merge with that person, oh my God, the energy and the love between the two of you is actually going to change the frequency of the world. And I mean that. Like, that's not an exaggeration. I feel that. All right, I'm going to try to use this Soul Symphony card deck. Spirit, what else do you want to share with the collective? Okay. Yeah, I think the cards that have come out are regrets and confused are the first two cards. And I think that's the past for you. Confused about sex equaling love, and confused about why nobody's choosing you and why you can't find someone, and regretting maybe some of your conduct. Like, I'm going to admit it, I used to sleep around a lot and it didn't make me feel good, but I thought, oh, I'm powerful and I'm going to use my sexuality over men, because I disliked men and I was abused as a little girl. So I thought that was me taking my power back by being this vixen in a way. And it didn't heal me. It didn't serve me. It made me feel used and abused even more. But I did it to myself. So I think maybe you might be feeling that, like, that's your past, regretful of the decisions you've made in love, regretful of the partners you've chosen along the way, but that's in the past. That's done. Now, there is a timing card around fall. This isn't going to resonate for everybody, but this could be a timing card for you when it's going to happen. And I'm sorry, I know that seems like a long way away, but it's really not. And then risk and commitment. Somebody is going to take the risk on you, and you are going to have that commitment. And maybe it is going to be around the fall. Who knows? For some of you, that is going to be accurate. It's not going to be for all of you. So for some of you, I feel spring. I really feel spring is going to be the time for you. And then others, it's going to be fall, but you are going to have that commitment. and someone is going to take that risk and choose you. Okay, where do you want me to go, Spirit? Where do you want me to go? I'm going to finish it up with the Light Seers Tarot deck. And let's see what else Spirit has to say around calling in a soulmate. Spirit, what else can you share with this collective on calling in a soulmate for the beautiful collective that's been doing the work, that is ready for a union, that is looking for love? What can you share? All right. I've got a lot of cards that have come out. So yeah, hermit mode. This is what you're coming out of. This is what you're being called out of. We've had to stay in this hermit mode for a little while now to really do the inner work, to do that sex is not love type of work, healing the past, healing our sexual traumas. We had to stay in this space to do the work first, to see our value, to nurture ourselves like the Empress, to step into our divine feminine energy. Again, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, it's an energy. The divine feminine energy is a nurturing, loving, caring, motherly type energy. And you can be a man and embody that energy. And you're moving out of the Four of Cups, the sadness. This is the helpless, hopeless energy. No one's going to pick me. I'm never going to find love. This is the energy you're coming out of. This is the energy you've been healing. And you're stepping into the Hierophant energy. Look at his face. He's so happy because he sees the truth of things. He's dropped the illusions. He knows who he is. And he knows that someone is coming in for him. So there's nothing to worry about. What's meant for him is his. So what is there to worry about? Just keep doing the work. Keep showing up for yourself. Keep going to the next activity someone invites you to, because you just never know where spirit is going to lead you, where you could potentially meet that person. And then the next card out is Seven of Pentacles. This is like you're going to be growing something with somebody because you've been growing your own inner plant. That's a weird analogy, but because you've been growing yourself first, this is his inner plant that he's growing first. You are then going to combine and grow with somebody else. I know that's a weird way of putting it, but that's how I'm picking it up. And then the Knight of Swords, the Chariot, Six of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I think you've had to maybe be in this discerning sort of energy. The Queen of Swords is she's cold, but, calculated, but she's picky. And this is the energy that you are in. You're no longer just accepting anybody, or because there's an intense connection or an intense attraction, you're not going down that road anymore. You're actually running from that. And I know that's not the typical meaning of this card, but to me, this is like you're running from the toxic people. You're not choosing that anymore. You are running away from the past and the toxicity, and you are picking up speed, the Chariot, towards what is meant for you. You are being brought to calmer shores. You're coming out of the choppy waters, the confusion, the helpless, hopeless energy. You're coming out of that, and spirit, the crows, your spirit team, is guiding you to your person. They are guiding you to one another. And you are in your Queen of Swords energy. She chooses herself. She doesn't put others before her. She puts herself first, and she is discerning with her choices. And this is who you're becoming. So you don't need to be afraid anymore that you're going to make the wrong decisions or pick the wrong person. That's impossible now with the work that you've done. What else, Spirit? Let's close this message off. What else can you share with my beautiful collective? All right. Yeah, we got the Devil in the World, completion. You are coming out of the toxic energy. This was the old partner you used to pick, the toxic effer, the toxic fucker who brought nothing but garbage into your life and confusion and avoidance. This is done. You're moving away from this. You are completing this cycle of toxic partners because you've been doing the work. Yeah, no more of this. You're not sitting in sadness anymore, confusion. How do they feel about me? Do they even like me? Why are they not responding to me? Why have they ghosted me? This is done. You are not picking partners that make you feel this way anymore. You have healed. You have done the work. You're dreaming now. Like you're in the state of there's so many possibilities now. You're in your nostalgic childlike dreaming state of like all the possibilities that could be, and you're believing in them now. You're no longer telling yourself the negative stories. The old has died. The old has died, and you are being reborn as a strong queen of swords, badass biatch, empress energy. And then judgment. Yeah, like you're freeing yourself from the toxicity, from feeling like you're not good enough, that you have to choose these lower vibrational partners. You're coming out of that. You're coming out of that. Yeah, and at the bottom of the deck, the Fool and the Ten of Cups. You're taking risks. You're starting to take healthier risks, though, in the direction of your Ten of Cups. What a beautiful message. You know what? I don't know why. I don't usually like doing love readings, but I don't know. The reading I did prior to this, it felt like it was important that I did this. So again, I don't usually like to do a love reading, but I felt guided to. I only do it if I feel guided to. So whoever you are, please believe that you are calling in a soulmate. You are not going to be alone forever. Keep doing the work on yourself. Keep showing up for yourself. Keep not choosing toxicity anymore, and you watch how things unfold for you over the next few months. And I can't wait to hear about it. I love you guys. I hope you have a beautiful day. Mwah.